Hopefully, let's see. Y'all can hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me. I know you can hear me. It is Bug from Bug Hunter, and I'm plugging in my really stupid tuner that needs to be charged because it needs to be charged. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's me, the merch guy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my stream. If you've never been to one of my streams before, this is the way that I do it. I play some songs. I take some questions. I chat about things going on in the bug hunter world, and we all have a really good time. So what I normally like to do is kind of jump into it with a song just to get everything going, get everybody happy and having fun. So put your requests in the chat while I take roll call and just see who's here. I see that my dad is here, which is great, which means my mom is probably out here as well. Gaming Tinker, Carrie Coin, Max Noble, Birthday Cake, Time of Sun, Paul. It sounded like the Fairly Odd Parents theme song. Something Odd, Gen 3. We got Ace of Spades, Bryce Card, English Shepherd Art, Yamethyst, Unraised Panda, Chai is here, Julie Lorimer, Kaylin, UBM, Lazy House Raptor, Local Dummy, Inspired Drawa, Bubbles the Blue Fox. We just have the letter N. Wow. Must have been one of the first 26 people on YouTube to get that one. Cool. I was just reading your names. I wasn't listening to anything that you were asking for. So, Coin wants Just Ice for Crickets and Silence. Who else is here? Grace is here. Time is here. Oogway here. Nerdbird. I'm scrolling up now. You guys were talking so fast I was able to read it as you came in. But John, Something Odd, Calvin, Making Monkey. So cool. A lot of familiar names. A couple of new ones. If this is your first time in the chat, put an F in there. Someday I'll figure out what that means. People asking for Sammy. No one knows how to play that song. Making Monkey has a new baby, and this is his first podcast. Well, it's not a podcast, but it is a live stream. So there's only up to go from here. We will teach your baby the difference between a podcast and a live stream today, which is super important to learn early. So, okay, let me actually read what y'all want me to play. Safe word, Sammy. A couple Sammys. I'm not gonna play Sammy. I don't know how to play Sammy. I don't remember the lyrics how to play Sammy. Maybe later in the podcast I'll play what I remember of Sammy and see what I can do. Crickets and Silence. Bunch of Jam Mechanics fans in here. Bunch of jammies in the chat is what we have. The Chase, Coward, Make Me, Shocking Plot Twist, Toddler, Point to Prove, Robin Bank. I don't think I've ever seen not a single duplicate of a request in my life. Francesco, Magic 8. One of these days I'll get you to play Coward. I can't play the Lighthouse because I've rewritten it, and I don't remember what part is old and what part is new, and I'll mess it up. Okay, I mean that's a lot of Francesco. All right, okay, it's an overwhelming amount of Francesco, so I will I'll play Francesco. Let's see how I do. This is another thing about my live streams is that I don't practice for them, and I am often confronted with songs that I don't play a lot. So if I beef it, we beef it together. This is from Jam Mechanics. So if you haven't listened to my podcast with the Narcissus Cookbook, it is the very first song from the very first episode of Jam Mechanics. So enjoy this spoiler-full song about a mayor of a small town in Italy. Francesco was the mayor of a city by the shore. It's on the southern tip of Italy, known for tuna fish and tourists. He sends an email, books a meeting, poses for the local paper. One more email, has that meeting off to dinner with his neighbors. That's Francesco. And though his life achievements summarized might only fill a couple lines, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Francesco, he was named after a saint called Padre Pio, who reportedly fought demons, claimed he parlato con Dio. He goes to mass, says a prayer, poses with a little wafer, one more prayer, one more sip of wine, then pranzo with his neighbor. That's Francesco. And though he's not producing miracles or guiding wayward spirits home, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Yeah, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. But in March of 241 BC, the Romans and Phoenician fleets began a battle in the sea just off the coast of Sicily. So many bodies on the beach, the victor's bloodstained shore to keep. They built a tower on the hill, passed back and forth through history. The Romans and Aragonese, the Normans, then the Genoese. But now it's ruled by Angelo, who runs the gift shop at its feet. And I think about that abandoned fort and the bodies stacked on that bloody shore. 2,000 years to clear the port, 2,000 years of tug-of-war. Now long after the fall of Rome, an office chair usurps the throne. A modern mayor scrawls his name on permits for a loading zone. It hasn't been this way, it hasn't always been this way. And I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Yeah, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Thanks, everybody. That is Francesco. I've added some things and changed a few things, and I can't be bothered to play it like y'all know it. Sorry. It's been too long. It's been over a year. That's, I think, the final version of the song. And I'm happy with it. Yay, Jam Mechanics. If you don't know what Jam Mechanics is, it's a podcast I do with Matt from the Narcissist Cookbook, where basically we get challenged to write songs and come back after about 3 hours of working on them and show them off. And that was the very first episode where Matt just sent me a wiki roulette and said whatever page it lands on, you have to write a song about that. And I got the 2-sentence Wikipedia page of the mayor of Favignana in Italy named Francesco Forgione, and I had to write an entire song going off of literally 2 sentences on Wikipedia. And now Wikipedia is 4 sentences because it now references the fact that I wrote a song about him on Jam Mechanics. So it's been well over a year. We recorded that in September of 2023, right after Happiness Without a Catch came out. So speaking of, we're hey, David. It says my wiki is longer. Yeah. It would have been actually hilarious if, by against all odds, if I had clicked on Wiki Roulette and gotten my own Wikipedia page. I guess that was theoretically possible at the time, because I've had a Wikipedia page now for a little bit. I do wonder if Francesco knows about the song. To my knowledge, I have no idea. Literally, any one of you could find his email address and tell him about it, but I think it's diffusion of responsibility, I believe, is the psychological term for that one, where if everyone thinks someone else is going to do it, no one's going to do it. Cool. Yeah, has Francesco heard Francesco? Well, see, here's the thing. People ask me, has Francesco heard Francesco? Is very similar to has the lady or has McCracken heard McCracken? And the thing about has McCracken found McCracken is that I only know his last name. And there's a lot of McCrackens out there, right? I don't know who this person is. There's a lot of people, way more than you think, whose last name is McCracken, right? It's like thousands and thousands of people. And so has McCracken heard McCracken is unlikely. Any one of us could take 10 minutes. It's Francesco Forgione. He's the mayor of a city that is real in Italy. He has, I'm sure, an email address. So the barrier for finding Francesco is so much lower than McCracken. And I would need to like be convinced that the McCracken was the real McCracken, because like it's like, who's gonna say that they're gonna come out and like admit that they were the one? Or, I didn't describe the lady in any more detail than that she was middle aged. Just like, I mean, multiple people it could potentially apply to, that they got an email in they got an email in 2016 that didn't say the things that I said said in the song, because that was the whole point. She was deleting everything that. So someone got someone got an innocuous email in 2016 from a friend who, how do they know that she was on a plane when she wrote it? Yeah, it's gonna be hard. So Bryce says I would love for him to be a guest on Jam Mechanics. Yeah, I think we would probably save that. If we knew that we're done with Jam Mechanics and we're gonna have one last episode, that would probably be our play. I feel, but we're gonna make Jam Mechanics forever, so we're never gonna do that. Paul says, tried to email it to Francesco Forgione Mayor, but accidentally emailed it to Francesco Forgione Dead Sane, which is very funny. Let's do a little cozy Q&A. So let's see. This is the part of the podcast where I take questions, whatever y'all want to know about. I have things going on in my world that I'm happy to talk about, while you all think of whatever y'all want to know about Bug Hunter or my music. If this is your first time here, you can ask a question that's been asked before. It's fine. I'll come up with a different answer than last time. So, UBM, how are the tour visas going? So we are planning a U.S. tour with Matt. Inexplicably, our lawyers, who will not be named, have not submitted our application yet. I don't know what they're doing. They assured me that the fires in L.A., because their office is in L.A., is not impeding them. They said application will be submitted this week. It is Sunday. This was Monday. Still hasn't happened yet. So we're panicking a little bit. Kevin Lorimer says, what is your favorite board game? Right now, I'm on a huge Arkham Horror kick. And by right now, I mean the last year. I got into Arkham Horror, and it's one of those games that you can kind of play forever. It's the living card game. Gaming Tinker thinks that I mixed up Livestream podcasts rather than just making a call back to earlier. Don't let me fool you. Yeah, so I'm really into Arkham Horror LCG. It's super fun. Raven wants to know, when am I going to play the ukulele? I have a ukulele behind me in the back, and the reason I don't play my ukulele anymore is that, y'all, I plugged this bad boy in now. I used to just do a single mic, and now I got a mic that is on its own channel, and I have my guitar, which is in another channel, and so I'm plugged in. It used to be I could just grab the guitar or the ukulele, and it was all in one mic, just picking up everything, and so it was like easy. And now I'd have to like turn off all my sound stuff and then plug it. I could plug in a third input for the ukulele. I don't want to do it because it's too much work. So. Thoughts on beans on toast? So here's the thing. I do like English breakfast. I'm not convinced on the beans. I kind of leave them alone, but English breakfasts are actually like pretty delicious. I really like you guys don't really do bacon the same way that we do it over here, but like the breakfast sausage that y'all have is way better than ours. But I just kind of leave the beans alone, but I do like English breakfast. It's good. Yeah. Timeson wants to know, what's your guys' concept for season 3? Similar season 1 or season 2? Not willing to say. We have an idea. In fact, we have recorded an episode for season 3. So timeline is still a little ways out because we like to get ahead of it a little bit and do at least 3 or 4 before we get the season rolling, so that we give ourselves a little a little rope to mess with in case life happens and we get sick or we get on vacation, that kind of thing. So we are, but we're rolling. We got things down. We got things recorded. So prettiest venue. Anyone wants to know prettiest venue you visited during the European tour? The Berlin, the Fluxbau in Berlin was definitely, we love that venue because it's like right on the water. It's right on the river in Berlin, and you look across the river, and like the longest section of the Berlin Wall is across the river, and there's like a bridge, and it's cool. And being in there, like when you're in the green room, like the water is like literally like outside the window. It's like you're like right on the river. It's awesome. So that's definitely the first one that came to mind. Trying to remember all the other ones. The one in Edinburgh was really cool. It was kind of like down some down a staircase, and it was very like in the kind of historical downtown of Edinburgh, which I loved. London was right in the middle of the most busy part of London I've ever seen. I can't remember where it was. Piccadilly, Camden, one of those. It was one that when you say the name of the little neighborhood and street we were in, that's where we were. And it was so busy. It wasn't necessarily pretty. Trinket wants to know whose idea was Jam Mechanics. Was it a joint idea? So it was kind of both of our ideas to do the podcast when we're taking the last drive of the 2023 tour from Atlanta to Nashville, and it was just me and Matt in the van because my mom had come down, so my dad was driving separately with her, and so it was just the two of us for like 4 hours, and we just brainstormed mostly the name. A lot of it was just brainstorming the name, but then also just the idea kind of came from Matt in that Matt used to run a songwriting challenge group in Sterling, and so they would meet once a week, get a challenge, come back the next week, show off a song, and so it'd be things like the challenge is write a song about an apple, and that's where apple came from, and then there was like write a song that only uses 2 chords, and that's where Sugar in My Coffee came from. So I was like, well, if that got you that kind of results, then let's do this. And so that's where the idea initially came from. And if we were going to do a podcast, we wanted to make sure that it was like producing like the songs, like not just like talking like, oh, we're going to bring on, other musicians and talk about what life on the road is like, because I feel like, I don't know, that podcast is done. I don't know of another podcast that's doing exactly what we do. A lot of people since Jam Mechanics came out has brought up Let's Make a Music, which is one that I had never listened to. It's the Brian David Gilbert one that's no longer active, I believe. But I listened to it and I felt it was different enough that we were kind of in our own niche. It kind of seemed like that was more of a collaborative songwriting thing where they would have all the time in the world to kind of like brainstorm ideas for a song, and then like the end of the episode they'd kind of like show off the song. And ours, if that's more like the brainstorming ideation process of writing a song, ours is more kind of in like the improv realm where we have like the 3-hour time limit, and so when we come back it's judged on kind of that merit. And so I don't know if there's any other podcast out there that is doing exactly what we're doing, and I think we're pretty good at it. Jam Mechanics has been one of my favorite things that I've ever done. So the Pixelian Warrior, what do you think is the most tasty looking non-edible thing is? There's only one answer for this. Everyone say it with me. It's lava. Everybody, do I want to touch and eat lava so bad. It looks so good. I think we can all agree on that, and there's nothing controversial about that. I don't think anyone has ever seen a video of lava and not been like, oh man, I could really go for some lava right now. I just want to touch it. We're going to scroll up. You guys are talking about the Jam Cupboard Cupboard, yeah, that's how people pronounce that bug. Good job. Jamma cupboard. No, we're in the Jamma Cannon. Jamma Cannon. Ooh, we're in the Jamma Cannon. Yeah, cool. It's the Revolutionary War style weaponry. There's Jamma cannons around the Jamma cabin to keep big businessmen's big suit, big cigar out of our cabin. Bryce wants to know, for the songs released under Jam Mechanics, are they just songs you think might be popular, or is it songs that don't fit your theme? So we've released a couple of songs under Jam Mechanics, mine being The Hook and Dissin', and then Artist for Amateurs kind of as a joint song. There was one that I wrote, but Matt contributed his verse and then did the production on it. And then Matt has Buried Under Gary and Get Deep Fried under the Jam Mechanics thing. And yeah, I think part of it is just like, you know, I like for my songs to have a place to kind of live when they come out under Bug Hunter. And Jam Mechanics lets me get a little experimental without worrying that I'm going to alienate or make kind of the more casual fans of Bug Hunter kind of trail off, because The Hook is a weird song. The Hook's a very strange song. Distin's a very strange song, and I don't want people to think like, oh, this is the direction that Bug is going in with like the new album. I'm not going to listen to it. You know, I just want to. There's a subset of people who are like, I'm cool with anything. Like do your thing, and that's what I want to make stuff for. And it feels better to kind of have a plate, like an outlet for that, which Jam Mechanics is great for, but also the Jam Mechanics artist page is great for, so that I can. Wizard Guy asked about the big man, the big suit, and big scar. It's not a big scar. It's a big cigar, like cigarette, but a chunky one. I just said it too fast. And I might at some point put The Hook under the Bug Hunter page, because it is a really strong song and it's very fun. I think just at the time, Matt and I were like, let's just put out 2 songs each under Jam Mechanics, just kind of like do a little like fun surprises for people coming out of season 1 and promoting season 2. Yeah, we're having our fresh round of people discovering that my clock runs backwards, which is, it's a line from safe word. Jay's Art Place wants to know, are you affected by the polar vortex hitting the U.S.? We got hit by the last one. I don't know I think there's another one upcoming, but we lost water here for about 3 or 4 days, and it was not the best. Didn't love it. Coin wants to know if the art made for the songs released under Jam Mechanics was made by Deep Blue Ink. They were. Yep, Deep Blue Ink is our in-house artist. Yeah, I think we'll continue to do that. We are in the process of commissioning both the Season 3 art right now, as well as the 2025 tour art, which we have good ideas for, so we're excited. Making Monkey wants to know, what happened to the song you sang about disc golf? I thought it would be on Happiness, but it wasn't. Great news for you, Making Monkey. That song is out. I released it as a single in, I think, April of last year, so it is out. It's on the Bug Hunter page, and it was because there was a lot of people who had heard that song on tour in 2022 and were like, excuse me, Happiness didn't have my favorite disc golf song on it. What's the deal? And it was because it didn't fit the theme of Happiness. Happiness was very structured, and disc golf was not part of that structure. So I ended up just releasing it as a single. I don't know if I'll ever put it on an album, but maybe I will if I find a place for it. So yeah, you can go listen to that now. It's out. I played it a lot this past tour. Most shows I played it, and people were pretty into it. So okay, y'all want to? It's called Disc Golf. Let's do a song. This is a song off of my first album. It's not a very popular song, but it seems like people on the streams like it, and Mars and Jams like it. So, this song is about unrequited love, but requited flirting. It's called Try My Best. Well, I met you years ago, but suddenly you're something else to me. Your eyes are big, your legs are short, so short and sweet, but I can see I lust for you, and you humor me. And passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I overanalyze, I'm certain I see signs in everything, but half the fun is deconstructing what you say to what you mean. I lust for you, you humor me. None of our friends will know, we'll keep it private, leave no trace or sign. The subtle linger in our hug might be the start of our demise. I wink at you, you roll your eyes. And passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. I'm not devout, no, I am not a very pious man, but I have spent more time in churches than I have in science labs, and I've not seen a sermon move a room like you when you were at your best. And I can write a song to match the hymns they sing, but nonetheless, if you let me try, I'll try my best. And passion can't hold still if I'm laughing. One of these days it'll happen. Yeah, give me a chance and I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Thank you, everybody. That song is called Try My Best. And it is actually the handwritten postcard of the day. If people don't know, I do a handwritten lyric postcard every single day. I date it, and I number it, and I sign it. Today's is number 878. I've been doing it for a couple years now. 1/19/25. Let's try my best. It's the bridge. I'm not devout. No, I am not a very pious man, but I've spent more time in churches than I have in science labs. So that is the lyric for today. And I saw that when I was hopping on my stream, and I was like, you know what? Today's a good day to play Try My Best. So, only one person can get it, and it's gotta be you. It's the diffusion of responsibility. Here we are again. Everyone thinks everyone else is gonna do it, and then nobody does. It's very funny, Paul. Paul likes to show up to my streams and be funnier than me, which is good because I know that people are mostly here for Paul. All right. I have a game. I have a game that I want to play. And everybody, I don't know how it's going to work format-wise. Y'all got to figure it out. I don't know how. I don't know why. But y'all are going to figure it out. I saw, do you remember this old app that people used to use called TikTok? It's 90s kids will remember. There's this app that people really liked, and it was called TikTok. And I saw someone playing a game there where they had to rank 5 movies without knowing what the 5 movies were going to be. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'd be Pulp Fiction, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm going to put that as my 3rd favorite of the 5, and you don't know what the other 4 are yet. And I was like, that seems like a fun game. So I'm going to play it now, but with Bug Hunter songs. So I'm going to say 5 Bug Hunter songs, and everybody has to rank them without knowing what the next 5 are going to be, and see if anybody gets them in the actual order that they would have put them in. Everyone down to play? So I don't know. Just make a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then everyone just copy and pasted a bunch, I guess. Cool. All right. First song. I didn't have a plan. I'm just going to name 5 random songs. First song, Not Like That. Not Like That. So everybody put Not Like That in your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to chill for a second while y'all figure that out. Cool. All right. We got a lot of 2s. We got a couple of 3s. Raven said 4, and I don't think I had said it yet. Not Like That is 3. It's 2. It's 2. It's 2. 4. 1, 2. Okay, cool. Aces. I like Ace of Spades format. With the 1, 2. Not Like That. 3, 4, 5. Cool. Yeah, I like that format. That lets me keep track of everything. Okay. Has everybody? Emily, come on. Not Like That is not 17 quadrillion badillion. Be nice to Not Like That. Okay. Oh, we got N's got it at 5. All right. Oh, Chai going big. Already placing at number 1. Okay. Next one. Let's do pine cones. Everybody put pine cones on your list. Update your lists. Is anyone already busted? I guess the only people that could be busted is people who put Not Like That first or 5th, and they like pine cones better or worse. Okay, we got some 1s, we got some 2s, we got some 2s, we got some 2s. Paul likes Not Like That just a little bit more than pine cones. It's fine. Okay, Max Noble is already at 1 and 2. That can't be true. I'm gonna come in here with like Dear McCracken, Disco, 2 Bed, 2 Bath, and a Ghost, and just blow up your bracket, Max. Okay, here we go. Max, yeah, I didn't play it well. Okay, third song. Sweet Nothing. Sweet Nothing is the one that's like, if you don't know it, some people don't know every song, it's fine. Sweet Nothing's the one that's like, well, I know a girl, her name is Sweet Nothing. Little voice, warm heart, she is so lovely. Cool, so that's Sweet Nothing. Let's see. Is anyone else feel I've busted their bracket yet? Sweet Nothing tending to be a little lower on these lists. It's fine. Abigail only has 1 and 5 left. All right, I think this is the part where we're going to start breaking people's lists. I think you can normally place 3 and be kind of decent with it as long as you don't go too extreme. Okay, the 4th song. Point to Prove. Does anybody have a place for Point to Prove on their list? Oh, Harry's only got the top spot. I gotta name something that Harry likes more than everything else. Ace of Spades put Point to Prove first. We got a lot of first place taken up. Bryce is holding it. Birthday Cake says, nope, I found it. Coin holding that top spot. Pinecone's in a lot of top spots. Ink only has the 5th slot. I gotta name something worse than Sweet Nothing. Paul says next one is gonna have to slap. All right. I can't reliably, after seeing everybody's answers, I can't just come up with a random one without intentionally trying to like destroy somebody. So I'm actually gonna get a random song because I can't be trusted to do this one responsibly. So let's see. I need to grab all of these, grab every song, go to random.org, and the top song. This is what it's gonna be. Okay, cool. The last song of the 5 is Headlights from Bigger Than Myself. Second song. So place headlights in your list, and if anybody actually got theirs in order without knowing what was going to happen. Carry coin, headlights number 1, ride or die. Nerdbird says absolute disaster. Andrew Chang got it. Max says no. A lot of headlights at number 1 today. Pretty cool. I didn't know that y'all loved headlights as much as you did. That's really cool. I think maybe I'll just delete every other song from Spotify except for headlights because y'all love it so much. Thanks, everybody. UBM says not close. Not 100%. Kaylin said mine worked out. Cool. Pinecone's headlights, not like that. Missing the 4th one and Sweet Nothing. Perfect. That was a fun game. I'll probably never do that again, but that was fun. Thanks for playing. If anybody likes that kind of fun chaos, we do a thing every March where we do March Madness, where we do a bracket with all the songs paired up against each other, and everybody has to vote, and it gets a little chaotic, but it's really fun. So yeah, get ranked, bozos. That's a Jam Mechanics reference. Ace of Spades says banker dude from the chase didn't see the car from headlights. The Bug Hunter cinematic universe that nobody wants. Yeah, I should convince Matt to do a Narcissus Cookbook March Madness, but are the Bug Hunter cinematic universe and the Jam Mechanics cinematic universe connected? Absolutely not. Hard line in the sand. That's why Jam Mechanics exists. If something were to cross over, I would put it under the Bug Hunter page. March Madness is very good. Paul, good job. Matt's on a data kick today? Tell me more. Sometimes I get really pleased when I get Matt looking at data, because I look at data all the time. It's just like interesting. I love putting numbers to things, and seeing how things compare and projecting things. And Matt's just like, nope. Let's just be an artist and go for it. And both of our strategies have worked for us. So. Data Sunday. That's funny. I haven't checked Instagram today. I've just been refreshing TikTok, hoping. No, I didn't use TikTok. I would every 3 months remember that I needed to post something on there, and it would blow up. I would get like 200,000 views or whatever on things, and then I would get really bored of it because it's just a lot of work to have to post something every day, and so I stopped. Then I would stop, and then I'd remember, and then I'd stop again, and then I'd remember again. And so I'm not terribly saddened by the TikTok thing on a personal level. So all right, if anybody has any more questions, we got a little bit more time here left in the stream before I go work on some other things. Things being working on the tour planning. I'm getting art in the pipeline for this year for like new stickers and new shirts and stuff like that. So Time wants to know, am I going to start posting on YouTube? I always did. I always would post the same videos on YouTube as I did on TikTok and Instagram Reels, because like it's the same thing. So you just post it in 3 places. And sometimes the YouTube ones would do well, but they always did better on TikTok. But then YouTube would pay me. So that was one nice thing. When you watch my shorts on YouTube, I actually do get paid for that. I got like a check from YouTube. I was like, cool. TikTok didn't pay me anything, which is fine. You know, it's how the world works. So, but hopefully everybody who is on TikTok just comes to YouTube, and then I can not post to 3 places. I can post to 2 places and then get paid for it. So. Ink wants to know, will you come to Wisconsin again? Yes, we are set. What I can tell you for this year, I think we have confirmed San Francisco, because we skipped y'all last year and that wasn't kind. We got San Francisco confirmed. We have Chicago confirmed. We have Milwaukee confirmed. We have St. Louis confirmed. Nashville, Atlanta. We're like basically confirmed in Raleigh. We have more plans than that. It's just things aren't locked down, because you have to have the entire like loop locked down before you tell the venues like, yep, this show is happening, we'll pay a deposit. Because then if you don't have a show on the date that you need, and they come back and like, well, we can do Friday but not Thursday, then you can be like, well, can you do Thursday but not Friday? And then so you go back and forth. So but the ones I can talk about are the ones where we have the full loops, and then San Francisco for some reason, because I just needed to lock it down. And I had Sacramento booked, but they then just came back and they were like, just kidding, we forgot that we didn't have that date available. So they did it to me twice too. It was very cool of them. They own 2 venues, and so they're like, cool, we'll do it at this venue. I'm like, great. And then they're like, we don't have that venue anymore, but we still have the other one. I was like, okay, it's smaller, but it's fine, cool. And then they're like, sorry, we don't have that one available either. And so I typed out a very appropriately worded email back, and then I deleted it very Jay McCracken style, because I don't want to burn any bridges. So I don't know about Sacramento anymore. We're going to try, but date for the San Francisco show is going to hopefully be end of April, provided that the lawyers do their thing in the next week. So Bryce is hoping to come to Pennsylvania. We are the holdup right now is Philadelphia. If I'm going to be honest, we can't get a venue in Philadelphia for the life of us, and that is what's keeping the entire East Coast from being locked down. Because we want to come to play in Philadelphia, but there is a real world where we have to skip it again, just because no venue. It's real crazy. It's real crazy. We're like, hey, we brought 300 people to DC. We brought 300 people to New York City. We've been to Philadelphia before. We brought 180 people out, sold out. It was sold out months in advance. Can we come play a show at your 200 cap venue, which would be like an amazing night for y'all? Like, you'll fill up your venue, and we'll sell tickets, and it'll be great, and there'll be lots of people there, and just radio silence. I'm starting to think that my emails are going to junk mail, because I send a lot of emails. I have to send a lot of emails because you like book, like you got to send it to like, every city. You got to send like 15-ish emails each, and then it's times 30 cities. And I think that email people are like, he's sending a lot of emails. These might be spam, so we're gonna put it in the spam folder. So. Ace of Spades said, I have a family member who works in Philly. He might know about venues. If he works with venues, get in touch. If he just knows what the venues are, I know what the venues are. I have a database of venues, so I don't need recommendations. But if he has an in of some kind where like he works with the venues themselves, definitely reach out, because that kind of thing helps. But I know what the venues are, and I've reached out to the venues, but. I love how Cyberus is about 15 minutes behind this stream ranking the songs. It's very cool. You'll get here, and we all talked about you, and we love that you're still doing the you're still doing the song ranking game. Time of Sun wants to know, how would you rank your songs? So, what was it? Pine Cones, Not Like That, Sweet Nothing, Point to Prove, and Headlights. I'd probably go Not Like That, Pine Cones, Point to Prove, Sweet Nothing, Headlights. That's just how I feel. Not Like That and Pine Cones are pretty close, but Not Like That is newer and shinier for me, and it's really fun to play at shows. So, cool. Why don't I do? Why don't I do one more song, and then I'll let y'all go, and we can all get on with our days, and I can go eat lunch because I'm hungry. What do y'all want to hear? Headlights, Opera, Desert Me, Pine Cones. I see a little disc golf. I see some pebbles. I see some Toby, headlights, memories. You've never played Deserve Me on a stream. I know that's not true because I remember promising somebody that I would do an all bummer stream like 2 years ago, and I think I did like Take It Back and Deserve Me and Hide and Seek, probably. So, Cybers is just about to find out what fifth comes in as. Does Cybers still have the fifth slot open? I'm like invested now in this one person who's 10 minutes late. 3 was Sweet Nothing. He had 1 and 5 left. Okay, so they'll probably put Headlights fifth. I think Cybers is about to get to. I'm so invested in Cybers being correct in the rankings. It's all right. Gulf Coast. Hide and Seek is lovely. Yeah. Key to Being Lonely. Disc Golf Coast. That's funny. Disc Golf in the Panic Room is also one that we do a lot. My camera froze. Ugh. I'll fix it. Don't y'all worry. Got a little EOS webcam utility coming your way. Let's see if we can get this back up and running. It's just been doing this recently. I don't know what to do or how to fix it. So, all right, Cyrus, Headlights coming in at 5th. You know what? Not too broken. Cool. We back. Okay. I feel like y'all didn't really coalesce around anything with the suggestions. So, does that mean it's up to me? Oh, let's see. I've done Francesco. I've done Try My Best. Make something cool. A lot of Headlights votes. Okay, all right, sure. For the randomness, that was what most of y'all ranked to be your number 1 song. This is one that I wrote for my very first album, and then when I was making my 3rd Bug Hunter album, I was like, the song that I need right now is basically Headlights, so why don't I just rewrite Headlights? So I did. And y'all love this one, so here you go. Well, I'm not feeling too well. No? That's the second verse. Don't worry. I'm a professional. I got this. I psyched y'all out. Just making sure that y'all knew how the song went. And it goes like this. Calm. The key is to be calm. I'm sure that my hands will settle soon. Just keep them locked at 10 and 2 and carry on. Need to carry on. It's taking that final look behind me changes nothing but my mind if I stop now. and turn the other way. I'm only going back for only going back for yesterday. And it's okay, we're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night, your headlights blind me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. And well, I'm not feeling too well. I tried every trick to understand if I seem lost, it's 'cause I am and I need help, need a little help. I've crossed your path so many times, but right now yours just isn't mine. The road is clear, a sign as if to say, it's time you let the past be yesterday. Time you let the past be yesterday. And it's okay, we're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night, your headlights blind me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. And when I think it's far enough away, make me feel like it was yesterday. Make me feel like it was yesterday. And it's okay, we're better off apart, but that's the part of me that voices things I never meant to say. We're like two cars in the night, your headlights blind me briefly, then you're gone and we continue on our way. And my exit's on the right, the mile marker's counting down the empty minutes of the night, and I drive on, letting limits pass me by as I search my rear view mirror, not for the dawn, but for the incoming headlights. Thanks, everybody. That is a good song. I think it, for me, maybe it didn't stand out in an album of maybe stronger songs, and it was a lot older. But I'm very still happy with that and the way it builds. But the one whole thing is that I got 45 songs under Bug Hunter with another 300 Jam Mechanics released. So it's 48 songs that I could potentially play at a show, and when you get down to a 12 or 13 song set, it just becomes difficult. So Bryce says, I want to congratulate you on the fantastic retrospective. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was it was a season 2 retrospective for Jam Mechanics, where we take a little victory lap, show off a couple things, show off a demo of the Friend of My 30s theme song that we've been working on. I'm excited to maybe get out in the world and play that one live and kind of feel out what needs to happen to like get it where I want it. I'd say that demo delayed the retrospective a little bit because I really wanted to get something down, and I was like, I want it to be like what I want it to be, and then at a certain point I was like, you know what, it's a good demo, so I can show that off. It's not what I think is final. There's no Jesse on it. Very, very, very little Matt in it because Matt was working on Myth and just didn't have any bandwidth to really contribute more than what was already on the theme song recording. UVM said, Matt, did you dirty with their song in the retrospective though? Yeah. So if anybody listens to the retrospective and was like, hey, it's the first song that these guys have ever written, Matt came in with like a pretty polished thing, and I came in with like my actual first song. Matt posted their first song in the Discord, like the true first song, and it was a lot more on par with what I had brought to the table. So conveniently finds it like a day after the episode drops. So I feel there was a bait and switch. Yeah. So the other things that I want to talk about was if you haven't checked it out, Deep Blue Ink's Deep Space Discounts series. I play a single voice in one episode in the background. If you want to go check that out, most people have caught my line, but if you haven't, go check out episode 1 of Deep Space Discounts on Deep Blue Ink's channel. It's very fun and very funny, and I was very lucky to be a part of kind of some of the early like test screening processes, and then one day Blue was just like, can you guys send me some like B-roll audio of an angry mob? And I was like, I got you. Yeah, so that's been very fun. And get in our Discord. I'll get the Discord link for y'all right now. Both of my mods are not here, which is fine, because they only need to be here when they want to be here. But because they're not, it just means that I need to go grab the Discord link. If you want to get in our Discord, this is the link that you can join our Discord. And there's also a link in there if you go to the Jam Mechanics channel for the Jam Mechanics Discord, which then has a link to the Narcissist Cookbook Discord. So if you want to be in all three, that's an option. And then, what else? Yeah, keep your ear to the ground for tour announcements. We're hoping if by this time next month we don't have tickets on sale, so if by February 19th, if we don't have an announcement with tickets and art and everything, know that I'm crying in the fetal position. So you just know that it's incoming. Just waiting on lawyers, waiting on a few more venues, waiting on Philadelphia. So yeah. Cool. Other than that, I will see y'all hopefully next Sunday, unless I'm lying and I don't do it, but I'll plan to. So other than that, I think that if you want to know my honest opinion, all of you are goobers and you should go to bed.